And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready. Go to base. 42. Drop deep.
Bridgewater on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check cross. Check God.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Forced out to his left. And Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down, Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
That's right. Max 42. What's the run? They're running up.
On 3rd down, Vick escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's get
The 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 30. Hey, orbit.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Hey, Delta. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Game limited to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got one.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Foxtrot.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamison Crowder. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go. Bring it. Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic.
Vic operating on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
On second down, Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Vick being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the red zone now, Vick. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
I know you feel that.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Play action now, Vick. They'll roll him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dean Lowry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
The Packers take over. Let's go. Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, defense.
Go.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check Mike 54.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back north. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm trying to cut.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
I got you, son.
To throw on third down, Rodgers. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Hey, 88.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right there in the middle. 55. I got one.
Chip.
Hold.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week,
Started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
first down, here's the run with Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Vick now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Johnson was the intended receiver. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Jump out!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Get 300! Get 300!
Just like that. Just like that. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Let's go.
Boom.
Check 55 to Mike.
Bravo!
Check 55 to Mike.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Open man is QT, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Inside.
54 is Mike.
Slant.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, exit.
Right there.
Check 30.
Right there.
Rodgers to throw once more. Caught here by Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 50.
Rodgers again now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Hey, Echo.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Hey, watch that, watch that.
150.
Mike.
Gun.
Hey, watch the slap, watch the slap.
Hey, high 7.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Come on now, let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
26.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go one more.
Yeah.
Right there, 54 Mike. I smell fever.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very nice job on the run back there, and he'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The throw on 2nd down from Vick, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Vick now. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Here's Madison running on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 22, Vick flushed out right. He'll run it, and he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, it's Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. The extra point up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Back now at Lambeau, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Pinheiro now to kick this one away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You.
Shift, watch the shift. Get 300, get 300.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 38, Rodgers over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On second and 12, Rodgers, deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
First down, Vic. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On play action, Vic. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. McCaffrey. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Don't be scared of it.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, it's Cook. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw coming for Vic. Steps away to his left. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Tight end's right. You got 3 down. Hey, Mike's 42.
Vic. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Rodgers on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
26.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Green Bay, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.